Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the book The Circle from Dave Eggers. We're going to talk about the characters in the book and the summary.
May Holland is the main character of The Circle, a recent college graduate and native of Longfield, California. May is a quick study who rapidly rises in the ranks at The Circle. As she gets sucked into the cult of The Circle, she loses her identity and outside relationships and becomes more and more like a robot. Once she goes transparent, being watched all day by anyone who tunes in, she becomes increasingly superficial and she puts aside the irresponsible days of youth and becomes a world-renowned model of external virtue.
Annie is May's best friend and co-worker at The Circle. Annie comes from a wealthy family with a long but sordid history in the United States. She is high up in The Circle in the Gang of 40 and specializes in the international law. Annie works for long hours and is incredibly cheerful yet goal-oriented. It is she who secures May a job, but she feels threatened after May's quick success within the company. Ty Gospodinov is one of the three wise men and the original visionary of The Circle. He created True You, which combines all of one's online accounts into one identity for all interactions. He is aloof and mysterious and known for wearing laid-back attire and hoodies. He takes an interest in May but will not reveal his true identity to her, going by the name Kelden and wearing different clothes, and revealing his prematurely grey hair as the relationship becomes more intimate. As the story progresses, he attempts to warn May of the dangers of the Circle's completion that she is assisting in bringing about.
Eamon Bailey is one of the three wise men and the public face of The Circle. It is Bailey who most firmly believes in all people having access to all information, and he becomes close with May after her nighttime kayak, turning it into an opportunity for her to go publicly transparent. He also, perhaps incongruously, loves and collects artifacts in his private ochre library.
Tom Stanton is one of the three wise men and the most flashy of the three. He takes a particular interest in the acquisition of a transparent shark from the Marianas Trench, which is publicly fed other sea creatures.
Francis is a Circle employee particularly focused on issues of youth abduction and abuse, as he and his siblings lived in foster homes as children and two sisters were abducted, raped and killed. This leads him to head the creation of True Youth, a technology in which a chip is embedded in the bones of children so that their parents and the government can track them. Mercer is May's ex-boyfriend, crafter of chandeliers from Antlers, friend to May's parents and staunch opposer of The Circle and its monopolization of information and government action. After May attempts to help him by posting pictures of his chandeliers online, he lectures her on the imminent doom of society due to The Circle and people of her ilk. He attempts to remove himself from technological society by fleeing north, but May causes his suicide by using The Circle to track him down.
May's mother and father are a quiet couple living in Longfield, California. May's father has been diagnosed recently with MS and faces problems with his health insurance, until May gets them on The Circle's medical plan. They are incredibly proud of May when she gets a job with The Circle, but become wary of her technology-focused ways as she becomes more deeply enmeshed, going so far as to cover up the sea change cameras in their home. The book is divided in three parts: Book 1, Book 2 and Book 3. Book 1. May Holland is 24 years old when her former fellow student Annie asks her to come work for a big online company, The Circle. May is impressed by The Circle's work and is excited to work for them. She gets to work at customer experience and has to answer customers' questions. Afterwards, she gets a rate and her supervisors want her to have a rate close to 100. May succeeds and she is prepared to work hard to get the highest score.
Another important thing in The Circle is to keep social contacts with colleagues. That is something May is less good at, because on weekends May rather visits her parents. They are having a hard time because the insurance company does not want to pay for the costs that come with the disease her father has to deal with, MS. But her parents can use the insurance from The Circle. At her parents' house, she sees her ex-boyfriend from high school, Mercer, who has his own company. Mercer doesn't agree with the way people give away their privacy to the circle, so May and Mercer keep getting into fights about that topic.
The circle has invented sea change, which are really small cameras by which you can follow people 24/7. It has a lot of benefits, but you can't do anything secretly anymore. One of the three wise men who invented the circle, Eamon Bailey, finds sea change the perfect system to fight crimes. May herself gets caught by a sea change camera when she takes a kayak at night from the place she always rents kayaks. She has to talk to Bailey, and after her talk she decides to go transparent, which means she films her life all day and people can watch.
May meets two men in book 1, Francis and Keldon. She has something with both of them, but Keldon always disappears and is mysterious. She finds Francis a jerk, but still kind of falls for him. Book 2. Now that May is transparent, her followers can give comments. May acts differently now that she is being watched all the time. One time she sees Keldon and follows him because she wants to know who he is and why nobody knows him. He warns her and says that what the circle does is wrong, and May doesn't understand. May lives in a room at campus and she sees Annie again. Annie is busy with a project called Past Perfect, by which you can find all the information about your ancestors.
Annie seems to be jealous of May and her sudden fame. During a meeting with the Gang of 40 and the two wise men, Bailey and Stanton, May tells her idea about the interconnection of government systems and the circle. Everyone loves the idea, except for May's parents and Mercer, who keep resisting the power of the circle. Mercer tells in notes to May that he wants to escape from the world.
Annie's experiment is a disaster. Because her ancestors turn out to not have the best reputation, Annie gets too stressed and gets in a coma. Meanwhile, the circle has invented Soul Search, a program by which you can find wanted people in less than 20 minutes. May gives a presentation about this program and tries to find Mercer. He gets followed by a lot of people and drones, and because of the stress and the hunting, Mercer drives off a bridge and dies.
During a worldwide experiment, May sees Keldon again. She finds out Keldon's real name is Ty, and he is one of the three wise men who invented the circle. He tells her that his plan got out of hand because Stanton and Bailey added things. He wants her to help him stop the circle before the circle closes. Book 3. May didn't do what Ty asked her. Instead, she told Bailey about Ty and his plans. May ends up being happy she helped completing the circle. The book ends with May sitting next to Annie, who is still in a coma.